Always find it interesting, and maybe this is something that I've noticed just as I've played older MMOs and played new MMOs and modern MMOs. I don't know. I just really feel like sometimes classic MMOs have it's a certain charm, and I don't even know if I'm to be 100% honest. I don't know if it's necessarily just me being older. I guess I would say something about just playing a classic MMO, I feel like has been, it feels better. And I don't know necessarily if to say that that's, the case all the time, because I'm sure that there's a lot of things that modern MMOs do right. They're especially usually very good about how much time and dedication you actually have to put in. Like there's a lot of things that modern MMOs, of course, do right. However, there's something about older MMOs, classic MMOs, that I feel just captures the magic. And I don't know, maybe this is me naively being oriented around, what do you call it? Nostalgia. That could be it. That could be a problem that I have, is I can't enjoy new things without comparing it to other things. Or maybe it's just that I really enjoy, what I enjoy, the things that I know are going to be fun, things that I can actually sit down and play and have a good time with. Like, I don't know. I like modern MMOs, I'll say, in that sense, as because they do a lot of things right. Like they're very, very oriented around being good with your time, a lot better with your time. Like you look at I even look at like Guild Wars 2. That's a modern MMO. Phenomenal time management. Even like retail WoW, I've heard, is very good even for those who don't have a lot of time. And again, like the Caffeinated Dad, I'm even starting a series talking about MMOs and other games if it's good for dads, like if it's good for working parents, basically, is the idea of the channel, or of the series. I like modern MMOs. I very much do. However, whenever I get a chance to play, are these better? These are better. Whenever I get a chance to actually sit down and play like a classic MMO, I feel like I enjoy it more. Lately, I've been really enjoying just classic MMOs and having a lot of fun doing them, going through and playing as, as the different characters that we have available. And it's usually a lot slower pace, and it's not necessarily time to, like even when I was playing classic WoW, there was a lot of times where it's like, wow, this is, for one level, I have to spend like 2 hours on, and that's just average. That's not even going fast. That's just average time. Oh, look at that. Frodo, Sam, and Peregrine. It's interesting because I look at it in the sense of like, is a game worth your time? But it's also what has to be weighed onto that is, does it actually bring you joy? Is it fun for you to play? Like I'd hate to have people have to spend the time and spend the effort and spend all the work and do all that and not enjoy it. And I don't think I would enjoy retail WoW, because I don't think I would enjoy it, even though it's probably really good with time management and how much you actually have to spend on the game. I don't know. And classic MMOs, and we'll just say classic games in general, usually are not classic MMOs usually are not good in any way, shape, or form as far as like time management. Classic MMOs are more likely than not going to be good for, working parents, or it's going to be hard for them to enjoy it reasonably. And like, I'm even looking at, like, I've been playing, or like, as you see, I'm playing Lord of the Rings Online. It's an old MMO. It's been around for a very long time. And I think like the current level cap's like 160 you have to get to. Like that is that is a grind. And on the surface, like, it's almost kind of like, well, hot damn, I don't know if I want to even spend that time to do so. But it's also, this is a game that I've played and come back to and from a number of times. Thank you. And I've really there's always a need, there's always a want for me to come back and play it. And I get to like level 20 or something like that, and like it's all right. But I also realize that there's so much more content that is available. This is a questing MMO. This is a classic questing MMO. But I really look at it in the sense of classic MMOs. And possibly what they do the best is that they have the sense of adventure. They have the sense of meaningful progression, where it's like, I think there was a clip by Josh Strife Hayes. He was talking about the difference between retail WoW and classic WoW, and he said that the classic WoW is more like, it's a stair, you know, a staircase. Every time you take a step, you get a little bit better. It gets a little bit easier. Your character gets a little bit stronger. And retail is more the, you know, just gentle climb upwards of an elevator, which I could believe that. I very much could believe that. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with, you know, retail, and there's nothing wrong with playing classic. Both have their pluses and minuses, so to speak. But one of the things that I've noticed, and especially being as a working parent, is that unless you've already put a lot of time into an MMO, and it's regardless of which one you do, it's going to be tough as a working parent. Now, that's not to say that you shouldn't play MMOs, because 100% MMOs are fantastic. They're adventures. You get to make a character who's uniquely you, and you get to go through the entire, we'll say, the entire universe that you're playing in. And like right now, this is Tolkien's universe, 100%. Guild Wars 2, it's Tyria. You know, Final Fantasy 14, it's Eorzea. WoW in any fashion, it's Azeroth. Like there's these worlds that you get to enjoy and worlds that you get to be a part of, and that's where they're fun. Unironically, I picked I picked a Hobbit brawler. I'm gonna fist you now. Oh, that was the cheapest attack. Also, by the way, the fact that this little guy is pulling like the Yoda. Look, watch, you ready? I can almost jump over this full-grown man. Okay, I got knocked out. That's not fair. I was doing fine. I could sit here and talk about like older MMOs and comparing them to modern MMOs. And yeah, they have their stark differences, and there's a reason that classic MMOs seem more enjoyable, because they capture what the spirit of what MMOs were originally. That's how they were. That's what modern MMOs were. They were that sense of adventure. Oh, come on, you can't be that scared, dude. Come on, you little chicken shit. Like the classic MMOs have that sense of adventure, that sense of progression, that sense of like wonder. They do quests very well. And it's just a different, it's like different strokes for different folks, you know? Like, so there's going to be a lot of people who very much enjoy the questing. They very much enjoy the sense of wonder, experiencing something for the first time, the slower pace of the game where we're so used to rushing. But then there's also going to be the people who enjoy the retail stuff. And there's plenty of people, there's nothing wrong with it. There's plenty of people who really enjoy the quick, we'll say, progression, to get to where all the fun is, to get to where everyone's having a good time. And it's like, you know, it's really, what do you want to spend your time with? Personally, I like classic MMOs. I've really been enjoying playing WoW TBC. I was enjoying playing Guild Wars Reforged. I actually have a big video coming up for that. Like, there's a lot of things that classic MMOs do right. But then also I do enjoy that, you know, modern MMOs like Guild Wars 2, I never have to feel like I'm behind, right? It's really a dependency on where you are, I feel like, in your gaming career and in your gaming life. But also really, like, there's people are going to like what they like. Food for thought.